Hello, a little insight I want to share with you today about having the wind behind your back. It comes from a French expression, avoir le vent dans le dos, having the wind behind your back, and I'm not sure it exists in English. I should check that. I love that expression. I think it speaks to the idea that when you have made a decision or when life has put you on a certain path through a dream, through a vision, through something you want to accomplish, then it feels like sometimes it visibly and sometimes invisibly life is pushing you, like a wind is pushing you towards the completion of that dream, the completion of that journey. And it's not always in the ways that we thought it would go, you know. If I take an example, wanting to be an artist and to be recognized as an artist, which is my path as a musician and writer, singer-songwriter, you can think, well, I have to do this and this and this, and it's going to lead to my goal. You can have a certain idea of how it's supposed to look like. But the journey that you are on is very unique and you're creating it step by step. And because you were born when you were born and not before, you cannot be certain that your steps will have the same impact that someone before had doing those steps. You cannot actually copy anyone. You cannot replicate what someone else did. Even though many people will tell you that you should do the same as what others did to succeed, that there is a magical formula for success. But I don't believe in that. I don't think we should believe in that, especially if you are on an artistic path. But I think with anything you're passionate about and you're trying to get to a certain level of accomplishment in that area, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be artistic. You have to face yourself first. And it's through facing yourself that you get insights and you get information about who you really are and what you're really supposed to bring to this world. And then you get more wisdom and maturity. And only when you get at a certain level of wisdom and maturity, then you get to a point where you're solid enough or you're strong enough to be confronted to success, or to be confronted with the kind of success that you were expecting, because maybe it's not exactly what you need, it's what you desire, but it doesn't necessarily fulfill you on the long term. So having the wind in your back, it's a way of saying have faith, because whatever dream you're chasing, you're actually not really chasing it. You're just, sailing towards it and putting your sail in the right shape, in the right direction, so that it takes the wind correctly. And you don't have to know everything. You don't have to know all the currents by heart, or you will learn as you go. And you will face dangers and hardships. Like, it's part of the journey. It's part of the things that are gonna help you to become the person that handles your accomplishment and your success at the end. If we were just given, the success of whatever project we're on, and sometimes it's a very personal project, like, some people, they're looking for their roots, they're looking for their real parents. I don't know why I'm thinking of people who were adopted and are looking for their ancestral story. It also is a project, and a goal. Whatever journey you're on, if you started walking on that path, it means something. It means that you're meant to learn through this path, that you're meant to become someone different, to become more of yourself, to discover more who you are. And then you'll share it. And sometimes we're so impatient, and I'm also like that. We're so impatient to share ourselves, to express ourselves, to make others benefit from our gifts. And that's beautiful. Being aware that you have a gift and wanting to share it is beautiful. But sometimes we are a little bit too early, because it's not that the gift is not there, but it's it's like we need to refine our confidence. We need to refine the way we see ourselves, so the way we perceive ourselves. We need to clarify the way we see ourselves and to strengthen our singularity. We sometimes think that we know who we are, and we are mistaken. We still need to uncover some truths about ourselves. We need to explore some things before we can share ourselves fully. And for me, I really had this experience with music, because I started sharing music quite early on, in 2019, I think. No, even before that, 2018, I started putting some sounds, some music on SoundCloud, and then started YouTube in 2019. And it was a beautiful journey to start sharing my music, even though it was, still developing, and I was still searching, and maybe I will always be searching. And to realize right now how much my music has become richer from me going deeper and uncovering layers and layers of who I am, discovering new territories these past few years of my soul, of my heart, of my story also. Things of my past that I hadn't really acknowledged, that I had forgotten. And kind of integrating those stories, those parts of myself, it has it's like it has gathered those things that were a little bit separated before. And this gathering creates some kind of density of being, density of energy. And then when I project my own energy that is more dense through singing, through expressing myself, through writing, it has a different quality. It is more authentic. It's like my color It's always been my color, when I was expressing myself and singing. But now it's like my color, but it's a deeper, more vivid tone of my color. It's more easy to connect with it. It's easier to see its texture. It's like before I was kind of veiling it or hiding some part of it without even knowing that I was doing that. Of course, it was unconscious. So I'm saying all of that to say, like, the process is so important, and it's really hard to be patient, but this idea that I trust that I have the wind in my back, I trust that there is something that is pushing me towards my destiny, that is pushing me to walk on this path, even though I don't yet see the results that I was expecting. It's really an encouragement message, I think. It's really an encouragement message to say, have faith, continue, and don't focus too much on the external results. Don't be discouraged by those. Don't think that because you don't see, the big figures in your bank account or the big figures on your social platforms, don't think that it means that you're not having impact. Just your existence, you're already having impact. The relationships that you're having are incredibly impactful. And the path that you're walking on every single day, trying to improve, trying to get to know yourself better, is having an immense impact. And as you're walking, and as you're letting the wind give you some movement, then you're getting more and more grounded into who you are, and you're refining the quality of your message, and you're refining the quality of your energy. And so your impact is getting prepared. It's like a cocoon, but not fully a cocoon because it's still uncomfortable to walk on that path. It's like you're being carved like a diamond. You're being carved, you're being polished. So that when the time is right, you fit perfectly into the impact you're meant to have. So that in the right time, the shape and the color and the density of your energy are perfectly aligned with the people who are meant to receive it. And it's already the case, actually, right now. Like, you're already perfectly aligned to the people you're connecting with. But as you go, it's the message I'm receiving for myself, but I'm giving it to you because some of you guys might resonate. I think it can resonate with anyone. It's like when things get aligned in a different way, in a way where you're more mature, you're more ready, somehow this impact that you're already having will go further, will expand to a larger group of people. Because your energy will be a match to more people and will be a match to the experience of being recognized, to the experience of having power, which is a very dangerous thing. And I've been realizing that because I've been interested in leadership and power for a very long time. And I've been very curious about why does leadership and power transform into abuse of power? Why do people who are in power get crazy and and get addicted to power and to abusing of it. And I think that it's best, and everyone has their own journey, but I think that it's so much more impactful and sustainable when you access power with a certain level of consciousness, because then you can handle it in a way where you don't get too overwhelmed and dizzy about it, and you can really continue to share your message in a way that is beneficial and loving and creating harmony and peace and creating more beauty. I don't know why I think of Aurora, this that singer from, I think she's from Norway. I hope I don't say it. I'm not making a mistake here, but for me, she's an example of someone who is having a lot of impact and somehow a lot of power, but she's so connected to herself and to her truth and to a kind of innocence, almost like a child, that there's such a wholeness to who she is that she wouldn't abuse her power. Yeah, I feel like she's an inspiration to me. And the timing for you to be ready to have the impact that you're looking to have is unique, and it doesn't mean anything about your intrinsic value, not at all. It's not that you're slow, it's not that you're lazy or lesser than, it's not that. It's just very mysterious, and we have to accept that mystery. We cannot do anything else, than accepting that mystery. Otherwise, we'll just be chasing and forcing things and burning ourselves out to kind of force, like you're trying to pull on a plant so that it grows. But, it has its own rhythm and its own reasons for growing at a certain pace, at a certain rhythm. So, yeah, just let it grow. Be gentle with it. Be passionate, but also remember that the wind is behind your back. It's like it has your back somehow, and allow yourself to rest in the arms of the earth, the arms of God, the arms of the universe. To take some moments to just be held by that universal power that is within you, is everywhere. And remind yourself that whatever happens, you can learn from it, you can linger in it, you can be in awe, in wonder about it, and open your heart. If you're here, you're probably a feeler. So I just want to thank you for having the courage to be on this path of life with that specific journey, with that specific color of yours. That is not easy, and you're very important, and you're very needed. And I like to remind that to myself and to other sensitive beings, because we are not valued by this society. And we need to start valuing ourselves. We need to start respecting ourselves. We need to start seeing that our sensitivity is a gift, and we should not be ashamed of it. We should not try to suppress it or to get rid of it. Please, please, please. Let's just unite and take care of ourselves and take care of each other, because we are so needed in this world. And whatever you're doing, maybe you're a healer or an artist, or you're working at a normal job, but you're still the person that people love to talk to because you're so compassionate. So whatever you're doing in the world, you have that energy of the feeler, of the sensitive person, of the healer, the person who wants to spread love and joy and well-being and peace, and who wants to alleviate suffering. You are that person, and you are so needed. We are in an era of so much chaos and suffering, and people really need the softness that you bring, the compassion, the emotional component of your being is so beautiful. And the fact that you honor it, that you see it, that you make space for it, is a beautiful example for others, and is allowing you to hold space for others. If you're a sensitive person, though, and you feel exhausted and burnt out, please take some time to meditate, to recharge. I have a few meditations. I actually published one recently, so you can check it out. It's just 10 minutes, and it's really recharging. If you want to support my work, you can go and listen to my music. I have a new EP that came out a month ago, and you can also give me a little donation. Always appreciated. But yeah, first, you don't need to do that. You can just give a little like and subscribe to this channel for support. That's already so much. And giving me a little comment also to let me know what this insight brought you, and I would love to connect. So take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.